are discussing the Morley-Minto reforms. Morley-Minto reforms are basically introduced by John Morley, the Secretary of State of India of that time, and Viceroy Lord Minto in 1909. They worked on the reform and submitted it to the Queen and published it as an Indian Council Act of 1909. Basically, after this act, it's not that the British has introduced a new parliamentary system in India or gave much awaited self-rule or democracy to the India. They just increased their councils on which they have been working. For example, there are only 4 to 5 points to be remembered about this Morley-Minto reforms, and you should remember them on your fingertips, as we have discussed in Sir Syed Ahmad Khan as well. Number 1, there were legislative councils made by the British, the councils which made the legislations, the rules, regulations, the laws. They were at the central level and also the provincial level. The legislators were at the central level and at the provinces level as well. Okay? The councils which used to make the legislators. And then there were one imperial council, okay, which made all the executions of the rules and regulations. Okay? Before the Morley-Minto Acts, all the members in these councils, all the members in the central legislature, in the provincial legislators, in the executive council of the Governor General were mostly British and British nominated officers. All the government officials and those related to the England Parliament. But after the partition of Bengal and all the Swadeshi movement, Congress was protesting so much and they were demanding for the self-rule. So John Morley and Lord Minto decided to increase these councils further and gave Indians chance to become a member of these councils. So after the act, the imperial and the central legislative councils were increased to 60 members. Number 2, the provincial legislative councils were increased to 50 in 3 provinces, which were the larger provinces Madras, Bombay and Bengal. In nothing to go into detail or panic about, these are just the facts which you have to remember, that the British has just increased their councils, the imperial and the central councils to 60 members and the large provinces 50, smaller 30. Now here comes the important thing. The British gave separate electorate, the rights of the separate electorate to the Muslims. Okay, I will make a detailed video about what are the separate electorates and why Muslims wanted to have it at that time. So British gave the rights of the separate electorate to the Muslims, and this is the important thing which you need to digest in your mind a little bit. Members of the legislatives, these are the legislators as we have studied, the imperial and the central and the provincial. These are the legislative councils, central and provincial, basic to remember. The members of the legislatives will be official and non-official members. It means that in the central and in the provincial councils, there will be members nominated by the British, which will be totally the government officials, which belonged to the England and Britain, and they will be government officials. And then there will be few members which will be nominated and elected. Those will be non-official members and those will be Indians, for which British has enlarged these councils. ठीक है, वो इंडियंस जो कह रहे थे सेल्फ रूल दें, हमें काउंसिल्स में आने का मौका दें, हमें डिसीजन मेकिंग करनी है, हमें भी गवर्नमेंट के साथ कुछ काम करना है. तो वो इंडियंस कैसे आ रहे थे? वो जो इंडियंस आ रहे थे काउंसिल्स में, वो नॉन ऑफिशियल मेंबर्स थे काउंसिल्स के. ठीक है, उनका काम क्या था? उनका काम था लेजिस्लेटिव और आस्क टू डिस्कस बजट. वो सिर्फ बजट को डिस्कस कर सकते थे और कुछ सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस आस्क कर सकते थे. ठीक है, दे कैन ओनली कम टू द काउंसिल, द नॉन ऑफिशियल, द इंडियन मेंबर्स कैन ओनली कम टू द काउंसिल टू डिस्कस बजट एंड आस्क few questions if they want to. Furthermore, in the central council, the majority will only be official members, the British nominated. But in the provincial legislative, British has declared that they will elect more Indian members and there will be more non-official members as well. Acha, there will the elections will not be like a one man one vote system. The elections will be like on certain level, the people will be elected. Few will be nominated by the British, that you come to the executive council, you come to the central legislative council, ठीक है, nominate कर दिया, and few will be elected by landlord, zamindar, and that's all. Okay, so all in all, this is not what Indians wanted at that time, especially the Congress. This is not the picture of the self-rule which Congress had in their mind, and they expected from the British after the partition of Bengal. This aggravated the situation a little bit, and basically Congress became more aggressive after hearing these reforms from the Morley and the Minto, because they did not grant it any self-rule, and the members can only discuss budget and can only ask questions, and there will be more official members in the central council, not many Indians. Only one person was elected in the executive council, ठीक है, from the India, and the right of separate electorate was given to Muslims, which angered Congress a lot. So basically, these were the points of the Morley-Minto reforms. It's a revision, and a quick revision and a quick recap. So I'm not going into so much details, because I am hoping that you would have studied this a little in your classes or in your schools. So that's why I am cutting it short. But give me a feedback if you want to have some detailed review about these reforms, or if you have any question, you can write down in your comment. Thank you, and do like, share, share if you want to, like and subscribe my channel. Okay, bye.